Unveiling the impact of ghost roads on tropical deforestation. Unveiling the hidden highways of deforestation. A journey into the world of ghost roads. In the lush, verdant landscapes of the tropics, a silent scourge is unfolding. The proliferation of ghost roads, a vast network of illicit pathways carving through the heart of our planet's most precious ecosystems. These elusive thoroughfares, invisible to official maps, have become the driving force behind the alarming rates of deforestation that are transforming the face of our world. Researchers, equipped with cutting-edge technology and a relentless pursuit of truth, have embarked on a monumental endeavor to shed light on this hidden threat. Utilizing satellite imagery, aerial surveys, and on-the-ground investigations, they have meticulously mapped the extent of this shadowy network, revealing a staggering reality: over 1 million kilometers of roads that have escaped detection, snaking through the dense foliage like a subterranean web. The implications of these findings are profound. These ghost roads, constructed without oversight or regulation, serve as the arteries that enable the rapid extraction of natural resources, the encroachment of human settlements, and the devastating loss of irreplaceable habitats. The researchers' work has exposed the true scale of the problem, shattering the illusion that our tropical forests are still pristine and untouched. Yet, the story is not one of hopelessness, but rather a call to action. By shining a light on this invisible scourge, the researchers have provided a critical tool for policymakers, conservationists, and local communities to combat the relentless march of deforestation. Armed with this newfound knowledge, they can now target these ghost roads, implement stricter enforcement, and empower indigenous stewards to safeguard the delicate balance of these fragile ecosystems. As we grapple with the ever-increasing threats to our planet's lungs, this groundbreaking research serves as a stark reminder that the battle for the future of our forests is far from over. The unveiling of the ghost roads has opened a window into the complex web of forces that are reshaping the landscape, and it is now up to us, as a global community, to heed the call and take decisive action to protect these irreplaceable natural wonders. Source: www.nature.com. Unlocking the potential of inverse vaccines for autoimmune disorders. Cutting-edge, inverse vaccines offer hope for autoimmune diseases. In a groundbreaking development, scientists are exploring a novel approach to treating autoimmune diseases that could revolutionize the field. These inverse vaccines aim to train the immune system to tolerate, rather than attack, its own tissues, offering a potential solution to conditions ranging from multiple sclerosis to celiac disease. The key lies in glycosylation-modified antigen therapy, pioneered by Jeffrey Hubble, a tissue and molecular engineer at the University of Chicago. By attaching large sugar molecules, or glycans, to disease-causing autoantigens, Hubble has found a way to direct these molecules to the liver and lymph nodes, the body's schools, for immunotolerance. This teaches the immune system to recognize and accept, rather than combat, the targeted antigens. The immune system uses glycans primarily as a communication system, to fine-tune its response, explains Sandra van Vliet, a cancer immunologist at the Amsterdam University Medical Center. If you change the sugar, you can change which type of immune response you get in the end. This novel approach, sometimes dubbed an inverse vaccine, is a far cry from traditional immunosuppressive therapies that indiscriminately dampen the immune system, leaving patients vulnerable to infections. Instead, these glycosylated autoantigens selectively induce tolerance, leaving the rest of the immune response intact. Enochion, a Swiss biotech company co-founded by Hubble, is now leading the charge, with multiple clinical trials underway. In a phase 1 trial for celiac disease, the company's KAN101 drug showed promising results, reducing the activation of key immune cells and dampening the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines in response to gluten exposure. Meanwhile, Enochion's ANK700 is being evaluated in a phase 1 trial for multiple sclerosis, with the goal of inducing tolerance to the myelin basic protein, a key target of the autoimmune attack in this condition. Sometime soon, we're going to make some pretty big progress in treating autoimmune diseases in a selective way, predicts Christopher Jewell, a bioengineer at the University of Maryland who is also developing polymer-based inverse vaccine approaches. As these innovative therapies progress through clinical trials, the hope is that they will pave the way for a new era of precision treatment for autoimmune disorders, one that harnesses the body's own mechanisms of tolerance to restore balance and alleviate suffering. Source: www.nature.com. Unveiling the impact of ChatGPT on peer review with detectable AI clues. Uncovering the Invisible Hands, the Rise of AI in Peer Review. In the rapidly evolving landscape of scientific publishing, a new and unsettling trend has emerged: the potential infiltration of artificial intelligence, AI, tools, such as ChatGPT, into the hallowed process of peer review. A recent study, published on the arXiv preprint server, has shed light on this burgeoning issue, exposing the telltale signs of AI-assisted peer review. The study, led by Weixin Liang, a computer scientist at Stanford University, delved into the peer review reports of 4 major computer science conferences. By analyzing the use of adjectives, the researchers uncovered a startling pattern. The frequency of certain positive descriptors, including commendable, innovative, meticulous, and intricate, had significantly increased since the widespread adoption of ChatGPT. This finding suggests that researchers may be turning to AI tools to aid in the peer review process, potentially generating or modifying review reports in ways that could undermine the integrity of the scientific enterprise. The authors note that reviews with lower ratings and those submitted closer to deadlines were more likely to exhibit these AI-associated linguistic markers, hinting at the time-saving allure of these technologies. It seems like when people have a lack of time, they tend to use ChatGPT, Liang observes, highlighting the potential for this practice to become a crutch rather than a supplement to genuine scholarly discourse. The implications of this revelation extend far beyond the confines of computer science. Andrew Gray, a bibliometrics support officer at University College London, has conducted a complementary analysis, estimating that the authors of over 60,000 scholarly papers published in 2023, a mere 1% of the total, may have utilized chatbots to some degree. This raises profound questions about the transparency and accountability of the peer review process. As Deborah Weber-Wolf, a computer scientist at the HTW Berlin University of Applied Sciences in Germany, aptly states, peer review has been corrupted by AI systems. The use of chatbots in this context not only undermines the fundamental principle of rigorous, human-driven evaluation but also raises concerns about potential copyright infringement and the transferability of such detection methods to non-English languages. The study's findings have sparked a crucial conversation about the evolving relationship between AI and the hallmarks of scientific credibility. While the authors stop short of passing judgment on the ethics of this practice, they emphasize the need for greater transparency and a deeper understanding of how these technologies are being employed in the peer review process. As the scientific community grapples with the implications of this discovery, the onus falls on publishers, conference organizers, and researchers alike to confront this challenge head-on. The integrity of the peer review system, the bedrock of scientific progress, hangs in the balance, and finding a path forward that preserves the human touch while responsibly leveraging the capabilities of AI will be a defining challenge of the years to come. Source: www.nature.com. Nanoscale scythe, precision cutting with mechanical forces, a revolutionary molecular dance, nanomachines unleash cargo on demand. In a groundbreaking feat of nanoscale engineering, a team of scientists has unveiled a remarkable molecular device that can release a variety of cargo molecules with pinpoint precision, using nothing more than the power of mechanical forces. This remarkable innovation holds immense promise for transforming fields ranging from targeted drug delivery to industrial catalysis. At the heart of this breakthrough is a rotaxane, a molecular structure consisting of a ring-shaped molecule threaded onto a rigid axle. By carefully attaching long polymer chains to both the ring and the axle, the researchers have created a nanomachine that can be set in motion by the application of external mechanical forces, such as those generated by ultrasound. As this molecular dance unfolds, the ring slides along the axle, coming into contact with tethered cargo molecules one by one. The mechanical forces are then harnessed to sever the molecular tethers, releasing the cargo in a sequential and controlled manner. Remarkably, the team demonstrated the ability to release up to 5 different cargo molecules from a single rotaxane system, a significant improvement over previous force-activated devices. The implications of this discovery are vast. In the realm of medicine, this technology could pave the way for innovative drug delivery systems, where potent therapeutics are transported and released precisely at the intended target site, minimizing side effects and maximizing efficacy. Similarly, in industrial settings, the ability to control the release of catalysts or other active compounds could revolutionize chemical processes, improving efficiency and reducing waste. What sets this work apart is the elegance of the design and the elegant interplay of mechanical forces, molecular architecture, and controlled cargo release. By leveraging the inherent directionality of the ring's motion along the axle, the researchers have created a truly remarkable nanoscale system that defies the constraints of traditional release mechanisms. As the field of molecular machines continues to advance, the work of Chen et al. Stands as a shining example of the power of interdisciplinary collaboration and the boundless potential of nanoscale engineering. With further refinements and scalability, this technology could unlock new frontiers in science, medicine, and industry, ushering in a future where the precise manipulation of matter at the molecular level becomes a reality. Source: www.nature.com. Unlocking the behavior of atoms with light, a fascinating electromagnetic connection, illuminating the quantum realm, how light unleashes the atomic magnetism within. In a remarkable scientific breakthrough, researchers have uncovered a fascinating phenomenon where light can induce magnetic behavior in non-magnetic materials, akin to atoms behaving like miniature electromagnetic coils. This captivating discovery, reported in the prestigious journal Nature, holds the potential to revolutionize the world of ultra-fast data processing and spintronics. The study, led by a team of talented scientists, including Carl P. Romau and Dominic M. Jurasik, delves into the intricate interplay between light, atomic vibrations, and the emergence of macroscopic magnetization. By harnessing the power of circularly polarized laser pulses, the researchers were able to excite a peculiar type of atomic vibration known as chiral phonons within non-magnetic materials, such as strontium titanate and synthetic sapphire. What makes this discovery so remarkable is that these chiral phonons, with their inherent angular momentum, can induce microscopic magnetic fields within the atomic lattice, much like an electric current flowing through a coil of wire. This phenomenon, dubbed the phonon-Barnett effect, is a striking demonstration of the intricate connection between the collective motion of atoms and the emergence of magnetic order, even in materials that are not traditionally considered magnetic. The team's meticulous experiments, utilizing state-of-the-art pump-probe spectroscopy techniques, have provided unprecedented insights into the ultra-fast dynamics of this process. They have shown that the induced magnetic fields can be controlled by the handedness of the exciting laser pulses, revealing the crucial role of the phonon's chirality in the creation of these atomic-scale magnetic signatures. Remarkably, the strength of the phonon-induced magnetic moments was found to be on the scale of 1/10 of the magnetic moment of an electron, a finding that challenges previous theoretical predictions. This discovery suggests that the underlying physics at play is far more complex than previously thought, opening up new avenues for both experimental and theoretical investigations. The implications of this work extend beyond the fundamental understanding of materials science and condensed matter physics. By demonstrating the ability to control magnetism in non-magnetic compounds using light-induced chiral phonons, the researchers have paved the way for innovative approaches to magnetization-based electronics and computing. The potential for ultra-fast spin switching, a crucial component in future spintronic devices, could be greatly enhanced by harnessing these light-driven atomic-scale magnetic phenomena. As the scientific community continues to explore the rich tapestry of chiral phenomagnetism, the work of Bassini et al. And Davies et al. Stands as a shining example of the power of cross-disciplinary collaboration and the relentless pursuit of understanding the quantum realm that underpins our physical world. The future holds immense promise as researchers continue to unravel the intricate dance between light, atoms, and the enigmatic magnetism that lies at the heart of materials. Source: www.nature.com. Preventing cell death reduces lung damage and inflammation in influenza. Unlocking the secrets of lung protection, how a pioneering inhibitor combats influenza's deadly toll. In the ever-evolving landscape of global health, the battle against infectious diseases remains a constant challenge. As the world grapples with the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, researchers have turned their attention to another formidable foe, influenza. This viral scourge has proven to be a relentless adversary, responsible for devastating pandemics that have claimed millions of lives throughout history. Amidst this ongoing struggle, a groundbreaking study published in Nature has shed new light on a promising strategy to combat the lethal impact of influenza. Authored by Gautam and colleagues, the research reveals a novel approach that harnesses the power of a cellular process known as necroptosis to limit the devastating lung damage and inflammation associated with severe influenza infections. The key to this breakthrough lies in the inhibition of a specific enzyme, RIPK3, which plays a pivotal role in triggering necroptosis, a form of programmed cell death that can drive excessive inflammation. By developing a potent RIPK3 inhibitor called R15-38, the researchers have demonstrated remarkable success in reducing mortality rates in animal models of influenza infection. One of the most intriguing aspects of this discovery is the timing of the intervention. Unlike current antiviral treatments that are most effective when administered early in the infection, R15-38 has shown remarkable efficacy even when administered up to 5 days after the onset of symptoms. This finding holds tremendous promise for the development of more effective therapies that can provide a lifeline to patients at a crucial stage of the disease. Interestingly, the researchers found that a specific type of lung cell, the type 1 alveolar epithelial cell, harbored the highest concentrations of viral RNA during influenza infection. This observation aligns with previous studies that have linked the destruction of these cells to the loss of lung function and lethality. By targeting the necrototic pathway in these critical cells, R15-38 has the potential to preserve lung integrity and prevent the devastating consequences of a cytokine storm, the excessive and destructive inflammatory response that can accompany severe influenza infections. Importantly, the researchers emphasize that the therapeutic potential of R15-38 may not be limited to influenza alone. Previous studies have suggested that necroptosis may play a role in the pathogenesis of other respiratory conditions, such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and asthma. This raises the intriguing possibility that the inhibition of necroptosis could have broader implications for the management of various lung diseases. As the world grapples with the ever-present threat of influenza pandemics, the findings of this study offer a glimmer of hope. By harnessing the power of a targeted RIPK3 inhibitor to limit the devastating lung damage and inflammatory response associated with severe influenza infections, researchers have opened a new frontier in the quest to protect lives and safeguard public health. With further clinical trials and continued scientific exploration, this breakthrough may pave the way for more effective and timely interventions that can make a tangible difference in the fight against the next pandemic. Source: www.nature.com. Unveiling the unexpected activation of a bitter taste receptor. Unraveling the complexity of bitter taste receptors, a surprising discovery. In the ever-evolving world of sensory science, the study of bitter taste receptors has long been a captivating field of inquiry. These receptors, known as TAS2Rs, play a crucial role in our ability to detect and respond to a vast array of bitter-tasting compounds. However, the mechanisms underlying their activation and function have remained elusive, until now. Enter the work of a talented team of researchers, led by Kim and colleagues, who have shed new light on the intricate workings of the human bitter taste receptor TAS2R14. Through the use of cutting-edge cryo-electron microscopy, the scientists have uncovered a remarkable feature of this receptor. It is activated by a surprising combination of chemical cues. The study reveals that TAS2R14 possesses not one, but two distinct binding sites for ligand molecules. The first, located on the extracellular region of the receptor, is the primary site where agonist molecules typically bind. But the researchers have identified a second, intracellular binding site, where a synthetic compound known as CMPD28.1 can also interact with the receptor. Remarkably, the binding of both cholesterol, a ubiquitous molecule in human cells, and CMPD28.1 is required for the complete activation of TAS2R14. This dual modulation of the receptor's function suggests a level of complexity that had not been previously recognized in the realm of bitter taste perception. The structures of TAS2R14 indicate that this complexity might be built in even at the level of individual receptors, explains Antonella De Pizio, a science journalist and expert in the field of sensory biology. The implications of this discovery extend beyond the realm of taste. The researchers propose that the identified intracellular binding site could serve as a target for the development of biased modulators, compounds that selectively activate specific signaling pathways within the cell. This could pave the way for new therapeutic approaches targeting TAS2R14, potentially in the treatment of conditions like asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Moreover, the structural differences observed between TAS2R14 and the only other TAS2R structure reported to date, that of TAS2R46, suggest that each receptor may have unique binding preferences and functions. This diversity within the TAS2R family could explain why certain receptors are found in non-mouth tissues, potentially serving as sensors for molecules similar to bitter-tasting compounds. Much remains to be uncovered about the ligand-binding mechanisms of TAS2R14 and their functions in various tissues, Di Pizio notes. But this study has undoubtedly opened up new avenues of exploration, promising to further our understanding of the complex world of bitter taste perception and its potential applications in the field of human health. As the scientific community continues to unravel the intricate workings of the human senses, the discoveries made by Kim and colleagues serve as a testament to the power of cutting-edge technology and the tenacity of researchers driven to uncover the secrets that lie within the human body. Source: www.nature.com. Unveiling the Impact of Chance on Computer Science Nobel Prize. Conquering the Chaos, a computer scientist's journey to unlock the mysteries of randomness. In a groundbreaking accomplishment that has sent shockwaves through the world of computer science, Avi Wigderson, a renowned researcher at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey, has been awarded the prestigious Turing Award, often referred to as the Nobel Prize of the field. Wigderson's pioneering work has profoundly reshaped our understanding of the role of randomness in computation, shedding light on the intricate interplay between the deterministic and the unpredictable. Hailing from Haifa, Israel, Wigderson has long been recognized as a towering intellectual force in the realm of theoretical computer science. His journey has been marked by a relentless pursuit of understanding the fundamental limits and capabilities of computational algorithms. Through a series of groundbreaking studies in the 1990s, Wigderson and his collaborators made seminal contributions that challenged conventional wisdom, demonstrating that randomized algorithms can, in principle, be as efficient as their deterministic counterparts. At the heart of Wigderson's work lies a deep fascination with the nature of computation itself. As he explains, theoretical computer science is indistinguishable from mathematics for me. We prove theorems, just like mathematicians. This interdisciplinary approach has enabled Wigderson to bridge the gap between the abstract world of theory and the practical realities of modern computing. The Turing Award citation praises Wigderson's foundational contributions to the theory of computation, including reshaping our understanding of the role of randomness in computation, and for his decades of intellectual leadership in theoretical computer science. This recognition not only celebrates his academic achievements but also highlights his tireless efforts as a mentor and collaborator, having inspired and guided hundreds of researchers worldwide. Wigderson's impact extends beyond the confines of the ivory tower. Known for his infectious enthusiasm and ability to captivate audiences, he has written a popular book on the intellectual pleasures of his field, making it freely available on his website. This act of generosity and outreach reflects his deep commitment to fostering a broader understanding and appreciation for the power of computational theory. As the recipient of the Turing Award, Avi Wigderson joins the ranks of the most influential and visionary thinkers in the history of computer science. His groundbreaking work has not only advanced the frontiers of knowledge but has also paved the way for future generations of innovators to push the boundaries of what is possible in the ever-evolving world of computation. Source: www.nature.com. Unlocking the potential of electrochemical separations. Unlocking the power of electrochemistry, a transformative shift in separation science. In the ever-evolving landscape of modern chemical engineering, a remarkable shift is underway, driven by the remarkable potential of electrochemical separation processes. As a leading science journalist, I'm thrilled to delve into this captivating realm, where innovative solutions are poised to revolutionize industries ranging from petroleum refining to water treatment. Separations have long been the cornerstone of chemical engineering, requiring a deep understanding of intricate phenomena like phase equilibria and reaction kinetics. Yet, as the world demands more sustainable and efficient processes, the need for a paradigm shift has become increasingly evident. Enter the power of electrification, which promises to unlock a new era of selective, high-performance separations. The key lies in the unique properties of electrochemical systems, which can harness the power of electric charge to selectively isolate and concentrate desired components from complex mixtures. From reactive carbon dioxide separations to seawater desalination and rare earth element recovery, the applications of this technology are truly boundless. One particularly captivating example is the work of Coty and colleagues, showcased on the cover of this issue of Nature Chemical Engineering. Their electrochemical liquid-liquid extraction process leverages the selective binding of metal ions to a redox-active molecule, enabling the efficient recovery of precious metals like gold and platinum group metals from diverse feedstocks, including electronic waste and mining streams. Remarkably, this process achieves unprecedented concentration factors, with gold concentrations reaching 16 times that of the original feed, all without the need for costly chemical inputs. As highlighted in the accompanying News and Views article by Bolo Shaw, this breakthrough represents a significant departure from traditional liquid-liquid extraction, where external driving forces are often required to boost concentration. The power of electrochemical separations lies in their ability to harness the inherent properties of charged species, allowing for precise control and selectivity. This not only enhances efficiency but also holds the promise of a more sustainable future, as these processes can potentially be powered by renewable energy sources. As the editors of Nature Chemical Engineering emphasize, the integration of electrochemical engineering principles with advanced materials and cell designs is key to unlocking the full potential of this transformative technology. From precisely engineered porous structures to large-scale production and integration into industrial processes, the road ahead is paved with exciting possibilities. Beyond the technical advancements, the economic and environmental benefits of these electrochemical separations cannot be overstated. By reducing energy consumption, minimizing waste, and enabling the recovery of valuable resources, these innovative processes hold the power to reshape entire industries, driving us closer to a more sustainable and resource-efficient future. As a science journalist, I am captivated by the remarkable potential of electrochemical separations. This technology represents a pivotal moment in the evolution of chemical engineering, where the integration of fundamental principles and cutting-edge innovations promises to redefine the way we approach industrial processes. The future is electric, and the possibilities are truly limitless. Source: www.nature.com. Certification of sustainable logging in African forests promotes wildlife conservation. Exploring the hidden gems of sustainable logging, a captivating tale of wildlife resurgence in African forests. As a seasoned science journalist, I've had the privilege of delving into the intricate tapestry of our planet's ecosystems. Today, I'm thrilled to share a captivating story that challenges the conventional narratives surrounding logging in tropical forests. Imagine a lush, verdant landscape teeming with life, from the majestic forest elephants roaming the undergrowth to the elusive primates swinging through the canopy. This is the reality unfolding in the African forests certified by the Forest Stewardship Council, FSC, for sustainable logging practices. In a groundbreaking study published in the prestigious journal Nature, researchers from Swartz et al. Have uncovered a remarkable discovery. FSC-certified logging concessions are providing a haven for an abundance of mammalian species, including those facing critical threats to their survival. By meticulously analyzing camera trap data across several FSC-certified and non-certified sites in Gabon and the Republic of Congo, the team has painted a vivid picture of the extraordinary biodiversity thriving in these managed forests. The findings are truly astounding. The total biomass of mammals in FSC-certified concessions was a staggering 4.5 times higher than in their non-certified counterparts. But the story doesn't end there. The researchers delved deeper, unveiling the specific triumphs of FSC certification. Large mammals, such as the critically endangered forest elephant, were spotted 2.5 to 3.5 times more frequently in the certified areas. Even vulnerable species like primates, ungulates, and carnivores exhibited a significant increase in encounter rates, showcasing the far-reaching benefits of sustainable management. The presence of intact communities of mammals in FSC areas allows these groups to perform crucial roles in ecological processes, such as seed dispersal, nutrient cycling and predator-prey interactions, explains Julia Efa, the lead author of the study. Remarkably, the study also suggests that the reduced exploitation of wild meat in FSC-certified concessions could help mitigate the risk of zoonotic diseases, a pressing concern in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. This research not only highlights the conservation triumphs of FSC certification but also challenges the long-held perception that logging and biodiversity cannot coexist. By harmonizing sustainable practices with rigorous conservation measures, these certified forests are demonstrating that it is possible to strike a delicate balance between resource use and environmental protection. As the world grapples with the alarming rate of deforestation and biodiversity loss, the findings from this study offer a glimmer of hope. The FSC aims to expand its certification to encompass all forest concessions in Gabon, a move that could contribute significantly to the global targets set at the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. While the conclusions of this study are specific to the comparison between FSC-certified and non-certified forests, they nonetheless provide a powerful argument in favor of the conservation benefits of sustainable logging practices. As we navigate the complex relationship between resource extraction and ecosystem preservation, stories like this remind us that with the right approach, we can unlock the hidden gems of our planet's natural wonders. Source: www.nature.com. Eco-anxiety. Exploring climate change's mental health impact on scientists, the rise of eco-anxiety, a sobering exploration of climate change's mental health toll. As the planet grapples with the escalating impacts of climate change, a new and unsettling phenomenon has emerged, the rise of eco-anxiety. From the parched fields of Kenya to the vulnerable shores of the Bahamas, people around the world are confronting the profound mental health implications of a warming world. Laureen Wamaitha, a Kenyan farmer, has endured a harrowing cycle of optimism and loss as drought and floods ravage her land year after year. Her constant anxiety and panic attacks stem directly from the toll of climate change, a reality that has become all too familiar. Meanwhile, medical student Vashti Eve Burrows in the Bahamas wrestles with the looming fear that her island nation may not even exist in the coming decades as sea levels rise and storms intensify. Their stories are part of a growing chorus of voices shedding light on the mental health crisis colliding with the climate crisis. Researchers have documented a staggering global phenomenon, with over half of young people aged 16 to 25 reporting feelings of sadness, anxiety, or a sense of powerlessness in the face of the climate emergency. From trauma caused by extreme weather events to the chronic anguish of eco-anxiety, the mental health burden is staggering, with hundreds of millions potentially affected. Alison Wong, a psychiatrist and mental health researcher, has witnessed an explosion of research in this field over the past 5 years, as the severity of climate impacts can no longer be ignored. Researchers are now working to unravel the complex pathways by which climate change exacerbates existing mental health challenges, from the immediate trauma of disasters to the slow-burning distress of disrupted livelihoods and community breakdown. Emerging studies reveal alarming trends, such as the connection between rising temperatures and increased suicide rates in the United States and Mexico. The mental health toll also disproportionately falls on the most vulnerable, with young people and those living in poverty facing the greatest burden. The phenomenon of eco-anxiety, a deep sense of dread and hopelessness about the state of the planet, has also gone global, shattering the notion that it is merely a concern of the worried well in affluent nations. From the Philippines to Nigeria, young people are reporting profound distress, with many saying climate change negatively impacts their ability to function in daily life. Researchers caution that the full scale of the mental health crisis triggered by climate change remains elusive, hampered by stigma, lack of access to services, and a research landscape that has historically been Western-centric. Voices from the global South, where the impacts are often harshest, are only now beginning to be heard. Yet, there are glimmers of hope. Some studies suggest that taking collective action to address climate change can help manage eco-anxiety, while researchers are working to empower communities to design their own climate resilience plans. The Connecting Climate Minds project, a global collaboration, is pioneering new approaches to understanding and addressing the mental health toll of the climate crisis. As the world grapples with the physical and economic impacts of a changing climate, the mental health consequences have emerged as a critical, yet often overlooked, dimension of the challenge. Unraveling this complex issue and finding ways to support those suffering will be a monumental task, but one that is vital for the well-being of individuals, communities, and the planet. Source: www.nature.com. Navigating India's rapid growth, challenges loom for basic science. Navigating the shifting sands of Indian science, funding challenges and the quest for autonomy. As India prepares to vote in its general election, the country's scientific community finds itself at a crucial crossroads. With the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi poised to secure a third term, researchers are grappling with a complex set of opportunities and concerns that will shape the future of Indian science. The past decade has seen a notable increase in India's total research and development (R&D) spending, fueled by the country's booming economy. However, this growth has not kept pace with the nation's impressive GDP expansion, with R&D funding as a percentage of GDP actually declining from 0.71% in 2014-15 to 0.64% in 2020-21. This relative stagnation in funding has raised alarm bells among scientists, especially when compared to the robust investment in R&D by India's peers, such as China, Brazil, and Russia. The government's ambitious plans to establish a National Research Foundation, NRF, modeled after the United States National Science Foundation, have been met with cautious optimism. While the government initially pledged 500 billion rupees, around $6 billion, over 5 years for the NRF, the actual allocation for the current financial year has been a mere 2.6 billion rupees, a fraction of the promised sum. Similar funding shortfalls have plagued other high-profile initiatives, such as the National Quantum Mission, which received only 50 million rupees in 2023-24, far below the 60 billion rupees pledged over 8 years. These funding challenges have had a tangible impact on the progress of India's homegrown basic science projects. The approval and construction of initiatives like the Indian Neutrino Observatory and LIGO India have been plagued by bureaucratic delays, raising concerns about the country's commitment to fundamental research. As Rohini Godbole, a particle physicist at the Indian Institute of Science, observes, even if it takes off, its relevance is going to be marginal, because of the number of years that went by. Underlying these funding woes is a broader shift in the government's priorities, with science increasingly being viewed as a tool for development and technological innovation, rather than a pursuit of knowledge for its own sake. This bias towards applied and translational research has been reflected in the incentive structures and funding mechanisms, which favor projects with clear developmental outcomes. Amidst these challenges, Indian scientists are calling for greater autonomy in the decision-making processes that govern science funding and allocation. The current top-down approach, where high-level government officials hold sway over funding decisions, has been criticized for stifling the voice of the scientific community. Researchers argue that by empowering scientific committees and granting researchers more flexibility in managing their budgets, India could unlock the full potential of its scientific ecosystem. As the country heads to the polls, the future of Indian science hangs in the balance. While the BJP's likely victory may signal a continuation of the current policy trajectory, some researchers hope that the next government, regardless of its political affiliation, will heed the calls for increased funding and greater autonomy. The stakes are high, as India's ability to harness the power of science and innovation will be crucial in addressing the country's pressing challenges and securing its place on the global stage. Source: www.nature.com. Unveiling the wonders of the 2024 total solar eclipse, captivating the cosmos. Insights into the 2024 total solar eclipse. Heber Springs, Arkansas, in a dazzling celestial display, millions of eager viewers gathered along the path of totality to witness the highly anticipated total solar eclipse that swept across North America on Monday. From seasoned astronomers to casual stargazers, the event captivated the imagination of the public, offering a rare glimpse into the dynamic nature of our sun. Linese Carter, a retired educator from Blue Springs, Mississippi, traveled over 230 miles to Heber Springs to experience the awe-inspiring sight firsthand. "It makes your heart want to skip a beat," she marveled, "and you cannot really describe it to someone who hasn't experienced it in person." The last time a total solar eclipse graced the North American skies was in 2017, but this year's event was particularly special. Occurring during the sun's solar maximum, a period of heightened activity, the corona, the sun's outer atmosphere, shone with a fiery brilliance, captivating observers like Alice Beverly from Tulsa, Oklahoma. "This one was just so much brighter, and so much prettier. It was just awesome," she exclaimed. Amidst the jubilation, some researchers seized the opportunity to gather invaluable data. Amir Kasbi, a solar physicist at the Southwest Research Institute in Boulder, Colorado, led a team of 35 citizen scientists who captured high-resolution images of the eclipse from various observation stations. Their goal is to create a time-lapse film of the evolving structures in the corona, providing a unique perspective on the sun's dynamic nature. Meanwhile, Cooper Downs, an astrophysicist at Predictive Science in San Diego, California, compared his team's pre-eclipse simulations of the solar corona with the actual observations. "My initial impressions were pretty positive," Downs noted. "I saw these two streamers, one was really bright on the top left and another to the south." By analyzing these discrepancies, Downs and his colleagues aim to refine their solar models, advancing our understanding of the sun's complex and ever-changing behavior. Even in the face of cloud-covered skies, some observers found wonder in the fleeting glimpses of the eclipse. Jim Klimchuk, a solar physicist at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center, was disappointed for his first-time eclipse viewing companions, but he still marveled at the brief moments when the corona's brightness emerged through the clouds. From the mesmerizing prominences, bright red plasma filaments protruding from the solar disk, to the elusive shadow bands racing across the ground, the 2024 total solar eclipse captivated both casual onlookers and seasoned scientists alike. As the data from this event is analyzed in the coming months, it promises to unlock new insights into the sun's complex and ever-evolving nature, furthering our understanding of our nearest star and its profound influence on our planet. Source: www.nature.com. Exploring the intersection of climate change and mental health, impacts and solutions, confronting the climate mental health crisis. As the planet warms, a troubling trend is emerging: the collision of climate change and a growing mental health crisis. Across the globe, scientists are uncovering alarming evidence that the devastating impacts of global warming are taking a heavy toll on our psychological well-being. The numbers are staggering. Surveys reveal that nearly 60% of young people aged 16 to 25 in 10 countries are highly worried about climate change, with over 45% saying their feelings about it affect their daily lives, from work to sleep. This phenomenon, dubbed eco-anxiety, is just one manifestation of the mental health burden fueled by the existential threat of a changing climate. From acute traumas like heat waves, droughts, and natural disasters to the chronic stresses of food and water insecurity, community breakdown, and conflict, the pathways by which climate change can induce anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues are diverse and far-reaching. And the problem disproportionately affects marginalized communities and indigenous populations that bear the brunt of the climate crisis. Yet, this mental health toll remains largely invisible, understudied, and underserved. Researchers and governments must act urgently to quantify the scale of the problem and develop effective interventions. Collaboration across disciplines, from data scientists to climate specialists to mental health professionals, is crucial to shedding light on this crisis and charting a path forward. One key challenge is developing robust ways to measure the mental health burden attributable to climate change, tracking it over time, and capturing the experiences of diverse communities. Most research so far has focused on clinical diagnoses or emergencies, overlooking the milder but pervasive forms of eco-anxiety and distress that fall outside standard classifications. Importantly, simply raising awareness of these issues may not be enough. As the survey results suggest, many young people feel powerless and betrayed by a lack of action from world leaders. Harnessing this unease to spur meaningful climate action could be a powerful antidote, demonstrating that individual and collective efforts can make a difference. Ultimately, addressing the collision of climate change and mental health will require a multi-pronged approach. Scaling up mental health resources and training providers to recognize and treat climate-related conditions is essential. But so too is acknowledging that the inaction of policymakers is a root cause of much of the distress. Empowering communities, fostering resilience, and demanding urgent climate solutions are all vital components of the solution. The stakes could not be higher. As the climate crisis accelerates, the mental health of billions hangs in the balance. But by confronting this challenge head-on, with rigorous science and a steadfast commitment to change, we can begin to heal both our planet and our minds. Source: www.nature.com. How diverse CSR initiatives impact Chinese corporate stocks during the COVID-19 pandemic. Navigating the pandemic, how corporate social responsibility shielded stocks from COVID-19 shocks. As the COVID-19 pandemic swept across the globe, it triggered unprecedented turmoil in financial markets, leaving investors and companies scrambling to mitigate the fallout. However, amidst the chaos, a surprising factor emerged as a powerful safeguard: corporate social responsibility, CSR. A new study delves into the intricate relationship between CSR and stock performance during the pandemic, revealing valuable insights for businesses navigating these turbulent times. The research, conducted by a team of esteemed scholars, examined the effects of heterogeneous CSR, encompassing both responsive and strategic approaches, on the stock performance of Chinese companies during the COVID-19 outbreak. By analyzing daily data on confirmed COVID-19 cases and stock prices, the researchers uncovered a fascinating dynamic. Responsive CSR, characterized by quick-acting initiatives such as corporate donations to pandemic relief efforts, proved to be a valuable short-term buffer, significantly alleviating the negative impact of COVID-19 on stock returns. Investors reacted positively to these visible displays of corporate compassion, perceiving them as a testament to the company's commitment to its stakeholders. However, the study's real eye-opener lies in the long-term implications. When the dust settled, it was strategic CSR, deeply ingrained in a company's core business strategy, that emerged as the true game-changer. Firms that had prioritized strategic CS practices before the pandemic, aligning their operations with sustainable development and innovation, experienced a more robust recovery in their stock performance. The innovation and forward-thinking inherent in sustainable practices position these firms advantageously in the market, a factor increasingly recognized by investors in the current context, the researchers explain. The findings suggest that companies can harness the power of CSR to navigate the economic fallout of global crises. By strategically deploying both responsive and strategic CSR, businesses can not only mitigate short-term risks but also build long-term resilience, shielding their stock performance from the sharpest downturns. Interestingly, the study also uncovered intriguing variations in the moderating effects of CSR across different types of companies. The researchers found that the CSR advantage was more pronounced among non-state-owned firms, companies with lower financial leverage, and large enterprises. People usually pay more attention to corporate reputation, corporate culture, corporate news, and corporate images of large companies than small companies, the researchers note. These large companies should take on more social responsibilities and set good societal examples. Thus, CSR affects large companies more than it affects small companies. The implications of this research are profound, offering a playbook for businesses seeking to weather future crises. By strategically integrating both responsive and strategic CSR into their operations, companies can not only safeguard their stock performance but also position themselves as beacons of social responsibility in the eyes of investors, employees, and the broader community. As the world grapples with the ongoing reverberations of the pandemic, this study serves as a testament to the transformative power of corporate social responsibility, a tool that can truly shield stocks from the ravages of global upheaval. Source: www.nature.com. Enhancing cancer-fighting cells, empowering them with stem cell abilities. Unleashing the power of cancer-fighting cells, a game-changer in the battle against the deadly disease. In a remarkable scientific breakthrough, researchers have discovered a way to supercharge the cancer-fighting abilities of a specific type of immune cells known as CAR T cells. By engineering these cells to possess characteristics similar to stem cells, they have been able to dramatically enhance their efficacy and longevity in the fight against cancer. The findings, published in 2 separate studies in the prestigious journal Nature, have the potential to revolutionize the way we approach cancer treatment. The research teams, led by immunologist Crystal McCall from Stanford University and a collaborative effort from the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre in Melbourne, Australia, have uncovered a remarkable solution to a persistent challenge in the field of CAR T-cell therapy. CAR T-cells are a remarkable innovation in the fight against cancer, as they are genetically modified to recognize and attack specific proteins on the surface of cancer cells. However, the challenge has been in keeping these cells active and effective for an extended period, especially when dealing with solid tumors such as those found in the breast and lungs. The key to this breakthrough lies in a master switch protein called FOXO1. By engineering the CAR T cells to produce higher levels of this protein, the researchers were able to transform these cells into a more stem cell-like state. This not only enhanced their ability to recognize and eliminate cancer cells but also extended their lifespan and resilience within the body. Remarkably, the researchers found that the FOXO1 enhanced CAR T cells were able to outperform their standard counterparts in both solid tumors and blood cancers in animal studies. The stem cell-like characteristics of these supercharged cells allowed them to shrink tumors more effectively and persist for longer periods within the body, providing a more sustained and potent attack on the cancer. It's the ideal situation, remarked Paul Beavis, one of the lead researchers from the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre. We were surprised by the magnitude of the effect. The implications of this discovery are far-reaching. By harnessing the power of stem cell-like properties in CAR T cells, the researchers have unlocked a new avenue for engineering more robust and effective cancer-fighting therapies. This could potentially lead to improved outcomes for patients with a wide range of cancers, including those that have historically been challenging to treat. Remarkably, the researchers have found that the FOXO1-driven enhancement of CAR T cells is a fundamental process that works consistently across both mouse and human models. This suggests that the transition to clinical trials and eventual implementation in patient care could be relatively straightforward, with the potential for these supercharged cells to be tested within the next 2 years. As the scientific community continues to push the boundaries of cancer research, the discoveries made by these teams have the power to reshape the landscape of cancer treatment. By empowering the body's own immune system with stem cell-like capabilities, the fight against this devastating disease has taken a crucial step forward, offering renewed hope and optimism for patients and their loved ones. Source: www.nature.com. Enhancing DNA repair with transcription-coupled pathway. Unraveling the secrets of DNA repair, a groundbreaking discovery. In a remarkable feat of scientific storytelling, we delve into the intricate world of DNA repair mechanisms, unveiling a captivating new chapter that challenges our understanding of how cells safeguard their genetic integrity. The presence of DNA damage poses a formidable threat to cellular well-being, as it can disrupt the crucial process of genome replication, increasing the risk of genomic instability and the propagation of damaged genetic material. Eukaryotic cells, however, have evolved a remarkable arsenal of repair pathways to confront these challenges. One such pathway, known as transcription-coupled nucleotide excision repair, TCNER, has been extensively studied. This specialized mechanism is triggered when RNA polymerase II, the enzyme responsible for transcribing messenger RNAs, encounters a bulky DNA lesion, such as those induced by ultraviolet light or certain chemotherapeutics. The stalled polymerase recruits repair factors, leading to the excision of the damaged site and the subsequent synthesis of new DNA to fill the gap. Now, a trio of groundbreaking studies published in Nature Cell Biology have uncovered a surprising twist in this well-understood narrative. These researchers, led by Van Sluis et al., Oka et al., and Carney, Akampora et al., have revealed that the repair of aldehyde-induced DNA protein crosslinks follows a distinctly different path. Using a novel technique called DNA protein crosslink sequencing, DPC-seq, the scientists meticulously mapped the genome-wide landscape of these lesions, shedding light on the intricate cellular response. Contrary to the established TCNER pathway, the repair of aldehyde-induced crosslinks does not involve the excision of the damaged DNA or the synthesis of new genetic material. Instead, the studies demonstrate that the critical players in this process are the Cockayne syndrome proteins, CSA and CSB, which are known to be mutated in the rare inherited disorder Cockayne syndrome. These proteins are recruited to the stalled RNA polymerase II, triggering a transcriptional shutdown and the subsequent ubiquitination and degradation of the polymerase, as well as the protein's cross-link to the DNA, predominantly histones and chromatin-associated factors. Remarkably, the TCNER factors were not as efficiently recruited to the sites of aldehyde-induced damage as they were in the case of ultraviolet-induced lesions, and in some instances, their role was entirely dispensable. This discovery suggests that cells have evolved multiple repair pathways to address the distinct challenges posed by different types of DNA damage. The implications of these findings extend beyond the realm of DNA repair, offering insights into the severe phenotypes observed in individuals with Cockayne syndrome. The researchers propose that the central role of CSA and CSB, beyond their involvement in TCNER, may contribute to the neurodevelopmental defects and progressive neurodegeneration characteristic of this genetic disorder. Furthermore, these studies hint at the existence of a decision point, a checkpoint where cells determine the appropriate repair pathway based on the specific nature of the DNA lesion. The factors governing this choice, such as the presence or absence of transcription-associated proteins, post-translational modifications, and structural differences in the stalled RNA polymerase II complex, remain intriguing avenues for future exploration. In the ever-evolving tapestry of DNA repair mechanisms, these groundbreaking discoveries by Van Sluis et al., Oka et al., and Carney, Akampora et al., have woven a captivating new thread, expanding our understanding of the intricate and adaptive ways in which cells safeguard their genetic heritage. Source: www.nature.com. Unlocking the role of tissue pressure in organ development. Unraveling the mysteries of organ development, tissue pressure and YAP signaling revealed. In the captivating world of developmental biology, scientists have long been fascinated by the intricate processes that give rise to the diverse organs and structures that make up a living organism. Now, A groundbreaking study published in Nature Cell Biology has shed new light on the crucial role of tissue mechanics and the hippo pathway signaling molecule YAP in the initiation of organ formation. The study, led by researchers Qian Zhu and Thomas G. H. Dequish, delves into the mechanisms behind the establishment of the enamel knot, a key signaling center that kickstarts the development of the mammalian tooth. Through a series of elegant experiments, the team uncovered a remarkable interplay between proliferation-driven tissue pressure, anisotropic stress patterns, and the dynamic localization of YAP within the developing tooth bud. As the epithelial layer of the tooth primordium proliferates, the resulting increase in tissue pressure triggers the emergence of a distinct mechanical anisotropy around the anatomical center of the structure. This localized pressure buildup is directly linked to the nuclear translocation of YAP, a transcriptional coactivator that is a central player in the hippo signaling pathway, known for its pivotal role in regulating organ size and cell fate. The researchers found that the regions of the tooth bud that experience increased mechanical stress and pressure show elevated nuclear YAP levels, while the compressed central area exhibits cytoplasmic YAP localization. This spatial distribution of YAP signaling is critical for the formation of the enamel knot, a specialized signaling center that coordinates the subsequent patterning and morphogenesis of the tooth. Intriguingly, the researchers also demonstrated that inhibiting cell proliferation with the anti-mitotic drug afadicolin disrupts enamel knot formation, but this blockade can be rescued by the application of external pressure. This remarkable observation underscores the primacy of mechanical cues in directing the establishment of the organ-initiating signaling center. Beyond the realm of tooth development, the insights gleaned from this study have far-reaching implications. The integration of mechanobiology and hippo pathway signaling represents a new frontier in our understanding of organogenesis, with the potential to unlock novel strategies for tissue regeneration and engineering. As the authors eloquently state, this work has added the new field of molecular mechanobiology of organogenesis to the map of science, opening up a wealth of intriguing questions for future exploration. How do other organ systems harness the interplay between mechanical forces and hippo pathway signaling? What are the upstream triggers that initiate these cascades? And how can we leverage this knowledge to advance regenerative medicine? The answers to these questions promise to unravel even more of the mysteries that lie at the heart of the remarkable process of life and development. With each new discovery, the scientific community moves closer to a comprehensive understanding of the mechanisms that shape the intricate and awe-inspiring structures that make up the living world. Source: www.nature.com. Unveiling the intriguing relationship between neutrophils and stromal cells in multiple myeloma, unraveling the intricate dance, how neutrophils and bone marrow stroma collude to sustain multiple myeloma. In the ever-evolving landscape of cancer research, a captivating story has emerged from the depths of the bone marrow, a tale of a delicate yet enduring dance between neutrophils and the surrounding stroma, orchestrating the survival and relapse of multiple myeloma. As a talented science journalist, I've had the privilege of delving into the groundbreaking findings published in the prestigious Nature Immunology journal. This study, led by De Jong et al., sheds new light on the pivotal role of neutrophils within the bone marrow tumor microenvironment, revealing how these cells become co-opted by myeloma cells to provide essential survival factors. The dynamic relationship between myeloma cells and their bone marrow niche is truly remarkable. It's a captivating case of cellular reprogramming, where the malignant plasma cells skillfully manipulate the surrounding mesenchymal stem cells, MSCs, to induce an inflammatory phenotype. These, myeloma-specific, inflammatory MSCs then go on to prime the neutrophils, transforming them into potent supporters of the cancer's growth and persistence. The activated neutrophils, in turn, release the cytokine IL-1 beta, further perpetuating the inflammatory loop and creating a hospitable environment for the myeloma cells. But the story doesn't end there. These neutrophils also secrete the B-cell activating factor BAFF, directly promoting the maturation and survival of the myeloma cells. Intriguingly, this intricate neutrophil-stroma dance doesn't simply fade away, even after patients undergo intensive anti-cancer treatment. The researchers discovered that the inflammatory memory lingers, with the residual stromal cells maintaining the ability to reignite the pro-tumorigenic characteristics of neutrophils. This remarkable finding suggests that the cancer-induced inflammatory imprint on the bone marrow microenvironment could be a key driver of the high relapse rates observed in multiple myeloma patients. The implications of this discovery are profound. By unraveling the molecular and cellular mechanisms that govern this persistent neutrophil-stroma axis, the researchers have opened up new avenues for therapeutic exploration. Targeting the BAF-producing neutrophils or disrupting the inflammatory memory of the bone marrow stroma could potentially break the vicious cycle and improve outcomes for patients with multiple myeloma. Moreover, the insights gained from this study extend beyond the realm of myeloma, shedding light on the broader concept of stromal inflammatory memory. This phenomenon, in which structural cells within tissues retain an epigenetic imprint of previous inflammatory encounters, could have far-reaching implications for our understanding of cancer progression and recurrence. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of the tumor microenvironment, studies like this one remind us of the remarkable adaptability and resilience of cancer cells. But they also offer glimmers of hope, revealing potential vulnerabilities that we can exploit to outsmart this cunning disease. The enduring neutrophil-stroma dance of multiple myeloma is a captivating narrative, one that holds the promise of transforming the way we approach cancer treatment and, ultimately, improve the lives of those affected. Source: www.nature.com. Remembering Peter Higgs, a famed figure in particle physics, a towering legacy, remembering particle physics pioneer Peter Higgs. Source: www.nature.com. The scientific community is in mourning following the passing of British theoretical physicist Peter Higgs, who died at the age of 94. Higgs, renowned for predicting the existence of the particle that bears his name, leaves behind an indelible mark on our understanding of the universe. 60 years ago, Higgs proposed the idea of an invisible field that imbues other elementary particles with mass, a crucial component of the standard model of particle physics. His visionary work laid the foundation for the discovery of the Higgs boson, a landmark achievement that was finally realized at the Large Hadron Collider, LHC, in 2012. Besides his outstanding contributions to particle physics, Peter was a very special person, an immensely inspiring figure for physicists around the world, a man of rare modesty, a great teacher and someone who explained physics in a very simple yet profound way, said Fabiola Gianotti, Director General of CERN, the organization behind the LHC. Higgs' humility and approachability were as remarkable as his scientific breakthroughs. Physicists fondly recall their interactions with the renowned scientist, from helping him into a cab after a museum event to cherishing his autograph on a newspaper covering the Higgs boson discovery. He disliked the limelight but was comfortable with friends and colleagues, said Frank Close, a physicist at the University of Oxford and author of a book on Higgs' life. His boson took 48 years to appear, and when the Nobel was announced, he had disappeared to his favorite seafood bar in Leith. The search for the Higgs boson captivated the scientific community for decades, and Higgs' contributions were recognized with the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2013, which he shared with François Englert. Since then, researchers at the LHC have been working to unravel the mysteries of the Higgs boson, aiming to gain a deeper understanding of its role in the universe. We're still on an exciting journey to figure out whether some further predictions are true, namely whether the Higgs boson interacts with itself in the predicted way, and whether it might decay to other beyond the standard model particles, said Sinead Farrington, a physicist at the University of Edinburgh. The passing of Peter Higgs marks the end of an era, but his legacy will continue to shape our understanding of the cosmos for generations to come. As physicist and science writer Matt Strassler poignantly observed, Higgs was a fortunate scientist. He lived to see his insight at age 30 turn up in experiments 50 years later. His role and influence in our understanding of the #universe will be remembered for millennia. Source: www.nature.com. Enhancing vaccine efficacy for seniors, navigating immunosenescence and delivery methods, unraveling the complexities of immunosenescence, insights into enhancing vaccine efficacy for the elderly. As the global population continues to age, the challenges posed by immunosenescence have become increasingly pressing. Immunosenescence, the age-related decline in immune function, can significantly impair the efficacy of vaccines in elderly individuals, leaving them more vulnerable to infectious diseases. Delving into the cellular and molecular intricacies of this phenomenon, researchers have uncovered a multifaceted tapestry of age-related changes that collectively contribute to the diminished vaccine-induced immunity in the elderly. The lymph nodes, the crucial hubs of immune activity, undergo structural and functional alterations, with a reduction in size and number, as well as a decline in the germinal center response. Dendritic cells, the pivotal antigen-presenting cells, also exhibit compromised abilities, with decreased expression of crucial molecules like MHC and TLRs, hampering their capacity to stimulate T-cell responses. Aging further impacts the delicate balance of B and T cells, the cornerstones of adaptive immunity. The diminished number and function of naive B and T cells, coupled with the increased prevalence of senescent T cells marked by elevated PD-1 expression, contribute to the impaired humoral and cellular immune responses observed in the elderly. Underlying these cellular changes are complex molecular hallmarks of aging, such as compromised autophagy and telomere attrition. Autophagy, the cellular process of clearing damaged organelles and misfolded proteins, plays a vital role in maintaining antigen presentation and T-cell function. Telomere attrition, on the other hand, can lead to a decline in immune memory, compromising the long-term protection afforded by vaccines. Compounding these challenges, the aging process is accompanied by a chronic, low-grade inflammatory state, known as inflammaging. This persistent inflammation can further hamper the efficacy of vaccines by upregulating inhibitory pathways and promoting the expansion of immunosuppressive cell populations, such as regulatory T cells. To overcome these obstacles, researchers have explored various strategies to enhance vaccine potency in the elderly population. Increasing the antigen dose, developing multivalent vaccines, and incorporating adjuvants that can bolster immune responses have shown promising results. Adjuvants like MF59, AS03, and CpGODN have demonstrated the ability to enhance antibody production, T-cell activation, and broader cross-protection in older adults. Beyond these approaches, targeting the underlying mechanisms of immunosenescence holds significant promise. Interventions that inhibit chronic inflammation, such as the use of metformin or spermidine, or those that restore autophagy and telomere function, may offer avenues to rejuvenate the aging immune system and improve vaccine-induced immunity. As the scientific community continues to unravel the complexities of immunosenescence, the development of tailored, individualized vaccines for the elderly population has become a crucial priority. By leveraging our expanding knowledge of the age-related changes in the immune system, researchers can design innovative strategies to enhance vaccine efficacy and provide robust protection for the rapidly growing elderly population worldwide. Source: www.nature.com. Enhancing mouse genome editing through combined AAV repair template and CRISPR-Cas electroporation, pioneering breakthroughs in mouse genome editing, integrating AAV repair template delivery and CRISPR-Cas electroporation. In the ever-evolving world of genetic research, the ability to efficiently modify the mouse genome has been a game-changer. A recent study published in Lab Animal has unveiled a groundbreaking approach that streamlines this process, making it more accessible and cost-effective than ever before. The study, led by a team of talented scientists, combines the power of adeno-associated viruses, AAV, and CRISPR-Cas electroporation to create a robust pipeline for generating genetically modified mice. This innovative technique, dubbed AAVEP, represents a significant leap forward in the field of mouse transgenesis. Traditionally, the generation of genetically modified mice has been a labor-intensive and time-consuming endeavor, relying on methods such as zygote microinjection or embryonic stem cell targeting. However, the introduction of CRISPR-Cas technology has revolutionized the landscape, making genetic modifications more efficient and accessible. The AAVEP approach builds upon this foundation by integrating the delivery of large repair templates via AAV with the efficient introduction of CRISPR-Cas reagents through electroporation. This synergistic combination overcomes the limitations of each individual method, allowing for the seamless integration of complex genetic modifications, including the insertion of recombinases, fluorescent reporters, and conditional expression cassettes. The researchers have meticulously outlined the workflow for this innovative technique, which begins with the production of zygotes through natural mating or in vitro fertilization. The AAV repair templates are then introduced into the embryo incubation drops, followed by the electroporation of CRISPR-Cas reagents. The surviving embryos are then surgically implanted into foster mice, and the resulting litters are screened for accurate targeting. One of the standout features of this method is the implementation of a comprehensive screening process. The researchers have developed 3 distinct qPCR assays to assess the targeting efficiency, detect copy number variations, and identify potential ectopic integration of the AAV backbone. This thorough initial screening allows for the rapid identification and elimination of founder animals with incorrect genetic modifications, streamlining the subsequent validation process. The advantages of the AAVEP approach are multifaceted. Compared to traditional S-cell targeting, the method significantly reduces the number of animals required, as well as the associated costs and time. Additionally, the authors highlight the improved embryo survival rates and reduced mechanical damage compared to microinjection techniques. This innovative approach is poised to have a profound impact on the field of mouse genome editing. By providing a more efficient, cost-effective, and high-throughput method for generating genetically modified mice, the AAVEP pipeline has the potential to accelerate research and drive forward discoveries in a wide range of scientific disciplines. As the scientific community continues to push the boundaries of what is possible, the incorporation of the AAVEP technique into the arsenal of genetic engineering tools marks a significant milestone. This pioneering work not only streamlines the process but also paves the way for a future where the generation of complex and diverse mouse models becomes more accessible and efficient than ever before. Source: www.nature.com